And I'm back. Yeah, we back in the house, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing? What's cracking? All right, folks. My name is Tim Black. Welcome back to the Tim Black Show, man. It's great to be seen. What is happening? What's happening, man? I got my people live on YouTube, as usual. I hope everybody can hear me well. My mic is turned up, and it's Friday, so yeah. We have a good time on Friday. What's up to my man with the plan? Doing the moderating, not the hating. My brother, Buck Bewley, y'all. Give it up for Buck. What is going on over there in the comment section? Yo. That's what's up. I got my people in the house. Black Mamba, Tobias, that one dude. DC Precise, the Revelator. Bill Brummer, what's going on, guys? Thank you for being members of the Tim Black Show. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for holding it down. What is up? South. What you know about the dirty South? What is up, Crom? What is up, Kelly? Wraith, welcome back, Wraith. How you doing, fam? Burger, Bob. Kawami, what's up, Kawami? How you doing? We in the house, DC Precise. I'm scrolling. I'm trying to get to know who's in here. Kathy Sanders, what's up, Kathy? What's going on, Kermit Frog? Troy, what's happening, that one dude? Trust no party. Better. Gotta hit the drums on that one. Man, so I feel a little bit better today. I feel a little bit better. It's you got the throat thing, it's a little, I know you got kids in your house. They go to school around other kids. It's just it's germs, man. I tell you, I think we gotta detox the schools. We gotta do something about these schools, man, with these germs, fam. They be trying to take you out with these germs. It's all good, though, man. It's excellent. So, welcome back, everybody, back to the show, man. Thank y'all for being here. I had to take a break yesterday due to being a little bit under the weather. It's okay. I get another break tomorrow. I'm feeling pretty good tonight. I feel like, hey, gotta rise to the occasion, right? Gotta knock out the bad stuff. So that's what we're doing tonight. That's what we're going to get into. I want to say what's up to my people on Facebook and Twitter. How y'all doing, Facebook and Twitter? What's going on, y'all? Yeah, what's up? Look, don't forget to come over to the YouTube channel. Hit the like button. Let YouTube know the algorithm over here on the YouTube game is important to a brother. So help me out. Stop by, hit the like button. YouTube, hit the like button. We're trying to get to 700 likes. That's important. That's a nice number. It's the magic number. All right. Man, oh man. Woo. What is going on? I got a couple things I want to hit today. If you're new to the show, let me give you the rundown. I cover U.S. politics, Black culture, breaking news, boom. Put them all together. You got the Tim Black Show. We don't pull punches. I cannot stand either party, man. For the record, I can't stand either party. I've never told anybody to leave the Democratic Party and go join the Republican Party. I never told anybody to leave the Republican Party and go join the Democrat Party. You got me twisted. You in your head, see, people's brains are so infected, right? If they hear me talk bad about Kamala and the Democrats, they think automatically that means you telling people to go join the Republican Party. Nah. We need to destroy both these parties. Get it? Trump he threw a hand grenade into the Republican Party. Where you been? What do you think's been going on? Why do you think they hate Trump so much? Not just Republicans, Democrats. Because they got this thing, they like to pretend that they don't like each other when they're both working the same angles, man. They play off each other. Democrats and Republicans play good cop versus bad cop. Why else you think they've been on Trump all this time? Why do you think the Democrats are after him so bad? If they're like, hey, man, we got to get rid of Trump. But Trump's a Republican, so why have the Democrats been so focused on Trump? Because Trump is a monkey wrench in the system. Now, I think some people don't get this. I think they have it twisted. They look at it like he's a Republican. That's who he signed up with, sort of like Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders, he caucuses with the Democrats, but his name is, but he's an independent, right? But he caucuses with the Democrats. You can do anything on a label. The bottom line is, what is Trump on? MAGA. He's not really a Republican. Not in my eyes. So anyway, I just want to be that clear. I want to be clear, man. Tired of people getting me wrong here. I don't work for any parties. I am not supported by any parties. No parties cut me a check. You understand? So cut the nonsense. If you don't like what I'm saying, that's fine. You ain't got to like what I say. You ain't got to listen. You ain't got to rock with me. I get it, man. I'm not for everybody. And unlike some people, I'm not trying to get everybody to roll with me. Understand what I'm saying? I don't want everybody following me. I'm selective. Yeah. Always been selective. So it's all good. But if you come here, you're going to get some punishment. If you ride the party train. And you about to get a wake-up call, man. That phone be ringing loud, too. You're going to be trying to sleep. You're going to keep hearing that ring. Ring! And what is that? Ring! I'm going to keep on ringing you, man. If you didn't want to be woke up, why are you here? He bad. All right, people. What's the title of tonight's show? From Shannon Sharpe to Trump's moves. Are we missing the bigger picture? Are we missing the big picture? Yes, we are. Some of us are missing it big time, Johnson. I don't know what's wrong with them, man. They don't even know there's a picture being taken. They're so focused on the little things. You know, they don't see it at all, man. Tonight's show, I hope after tonight's show, we have some people that had their minds on tilt. All right? Thank you very much, guys. Remember, this show is brought to you by you. So go to patreon.com, Tim's Take Live, become a member of the Tim Black Show, become a VIP of the Tim Black Show, Team Black Wolfpack. Let's do it. Let's do it for Friday. Let's do some heavy lifting. All right, let's get into it. We do it with love and passion. It's for the culture, baby. We ready? I'm ready. You ready, Buck? You guys ready? Tim Black Wolfpack ready? Okay. One of the problems that we have right now, corporate media. Now, that's not a new problem. We've had that problem for quite some time. But the corporate media problem, the propaganda is thick. It's causing people to put themselves in harm's way. See, this thing gets your mind, your body, and your soul all wound up. Hey, you jumping out the gym, jeopardizing your livelihood. For what? For what? Because somebody told you so. Rachel Maddow and Joy Reid and Sonny Halston was saying that, and now you done went and did some dumb stuff. Folks, I have a clip of a teacher that's in the hot seat big time because she's gullible. She listened to the wrong people.
You voted for Trump, literally, please delete me, block me, get rid of everything of me, or step to me so that I know what's up and then I can handle you. If you voted for Trump, literally, please delete me, block me, get rid of everything of me, or step to me so that I know what's up and then I can handle you how I see fit. Just because you won doesn't mean we don't remember who the blank you voted for. You're not in the clear. Please, please don't test your gangster on me because you will end on a stretcher, gone forever. What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, so
it
that
sounds like a threat.
It sounds
like you've been listening to too much 50 Cent. Sound like she got a hold of a Tony Yayo album. Who was that? Was that Chief Keef? What rap artist? That wasn't Lil Wayne, didn't have enough alliteration in it to be Lil Wayne. Karen, what Becky, let's call her Becky for right now. Becky, what influence has the rappers done to you? They got you talking about, I'm gonna put you in a body bag. I'm gonna lay you in a stretcher. Ice Cube, I know he came out with a new track. He didn't mean for you to apply to your life. Come on now, 50 Cent, LL Cool J and Eminem didn't mean for you to go out, jump out the window, crash out. Listen to what this woman wrote, or listen to what she said in the video. He's quoting this teacher, a video she put out to the whole world, threatening Trump supporters, talking about, I'm gonna wet you, I'm gonna blast you. You won the election, but you ain't gonna live long enough to spend that money.
very extreme, and again,
You're not in the clear. Please, please don't test your gangster on me because you will end on a stretcher, gone forever. What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, so
it
that
sounds like a threat.
It sounds very extreme, and again, I was in a moment of high emotions, and I shouldn't have ever posted the video. But what the message I was trying to get across, and it came off very wrong, was, if this is going to give people the almost permission in their minds to enact violence against women or anybody, I wanted to basically just say, I'm not going to go down without a fight. I mean, it's my life's dream to be a teacher.
What? You're literally talking about laying people out because they voted for Trump. And then you're going to say you're doing it because they think they're going to have violence against women? According to the clip we just heard, according to that soundbite you just described, you're the one talking about violence. And don't start crying. She's going right to the cry. It's too early to cry. We got too much time left in this segment. Save the crocodile tears for the end of the segment. But come on, Johnson. Anybody buying this? I was threatening the world because I want to protect women because I don't want you to attack us. You got to wait till the attacks come. Then you can be like, yo, don't be attacking us. But you can't just jump out the... Let's listen to her explanation, Tim. Come on, Tim. Give her a chance.
The message I was trying to get across, and it came off very wrong, was, if this is going to give people the almost permission in their minds to enact violence against women or anybody, I wanted to basically just say, I'm not going to go down without a fight. I mean, it's my life's dream to be a teacher. I consider those kids my kids because I don't have any of my own. And they fill that for me. And it's so fulfilling. It's so rewarding. And I know that what people see right now, I don't look like that person, but I truly would do anything to help any child and any family in need.
Hold on a second here, guys. She sounds so pathetic and sad. I almost feel like I want to forgive her for her problem. She sounds so meek and sincere. She's obviously been influenced by the thuggish, the thuggish lefty, whatever these people are, Antifa. The Antifa. Took it too far with the Antifa. Yeah, obviously she's been, been influenced, man. She's been radicalized by the far right, the extreme right, the reckless, extreme left. I forget which side we're talking about. Let's listen to her. Let's hear her out, man. Let's hear it from her.
And any family in need.
Just because you won doesn't mean we don't remember who the you voted for. You're not in the clear. And just please don't test your gangster on me, because you will end on a stretcher, gone forever.
That was some of the most pathetic gangster shit I've ever seen. You're going to end up on a stretcher, gone forever. Poof. Superstar, 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 superstar. You don't want to mess with me, bucko. You don't want to test me, black person. You don't wanna test me, Trumper. I'm bad. I'm big time. You wanna mess with me big time? You're gonna die big time, cause I'll put you on an effing stretcher. What's that horrible breakdancer that was at the Olympics? This is her rap friend. Here's her rap alter ego. Right there. See what years and years of bad propaganda get you. Yeah, it gets you this. It gets you this. It gets you Kimberly or Annie. Her name is Annie. Literally, her name is Annie. And Annie is trying to go hard. She right up there with Meg Thee Stallion, Glorilla, Nicki Minaj, Lil Ma, MIA. What's that one sister, man? That one sister's gangster, man. I forget her name. She got bars, man. MIA, Ma, Mia, I don't know. It doesn't matter, Tim. What's important here is that we have this poor, misunderstood teacher who wants to help all the children. But then she goes to TikTok and she does this. And I bet you she's in a red district too. I bet you she is. So she not only offended everybody, she's also setting a very bad example. Here's the thing, guys. I know people want to overlook it, and you're like, Tim, this ain't a big deal. Here's the thing. If this was a black man dropping gangster lyrics on his TikTok, and he was a teacher talking about busting somebody's ass, putting somebody on a stretcher, would you be like, oh, come on, Tim, it's not a big deal? No, man. Nah, you would take him for his word. You'd say he was violent and a bad representation. He was a bad example. That's what you would do. Annie could be bad too. Annie's could be bad. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about when I say propaganda affects us all. Someone got into this woman's head and told her that all of a sudden all her rights going to be taken away. And the only way she could deal with that is to go to TikTok and get fired from her job. Anyway, next segment. It's sad, man. It really is sad. We are radicalizing people with this nonsense. Everybody needs to just chill out. Let's see what's going to happen first. Okay? Trump did not ban you doing, you're a human being. And nothing's been banned. He put it to the states. He already did that. He already did it. It was already done. Nothing else has happened. He's not even in office yet. But nothing else has happened. Nothing has changed since last month before you put this out. All right. People get radicalized because of media, man. Media is getting people amped up, hyped up, and causing this problem. That's it. I'm going to leave it there, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Should Annie get her job back? Should Annie get her job back? Does she show bad judgment to the point where she shouldn't be able to teach? I think she should take the video down. It's just sad everybody saw it. She might have to go teach somewhere else because they're going to be parents who are not going to feel comfortable with you when you're dropping F-bombs. You talk about putting people on stretchers. You weren't playing a character. You were playing yourself. So, you know, she didn't even give herself a rap name. She just was like, you're going to see about this. All right, next story, man. Hit the like button, guys. Let me know what time it is. Hit the like button. Like this segment, please. We're going to the next segment on a Friday on the Tim Black Show, brought to you by the people of the Tim Black Show Wolfpack. Thank you very much. Let's get the likes up. Get the likes up. Check this out, guys. Once upon a time, I had no idea how bad AOC was. No, I just saw a young woman with, you know, her eyes were like, I want everyone to get health care and everybody to be able to get car insurance. Everybody needs shoes. Why we can't get everybody's shoes? And I didn't listen to her that closely, but she was the darling of the leftish, like, area. And I was, you know, over there, and I was like, hey, well, somebody's championing stuff. And she was young, and she was inside of college. And I was, hey. And people were telling me, Tim, no. No. I was like, hey, man, give her a break. She's only, you know, and as a girl dad, you know what I'm saying? I kind of like felt like I don't want to come down hard on her. Give her a break. Give her a chance. Give her a chance. That was years ago. It didn't take that long. I kind of wish I would have realized it much sooner. But we're talking around 2021. I was like, oh, God. And you know when you're wrong about someone, after you got into arguments with people and after people left, you know, it was embarrassing. It was embarrassing to see that I'd overlooked so much of word salad, nonsensical, grandstanding, and BSing. Yeah, I just overlooked it, man. So it felt bad for a couple of years there. But now after being a couple of years away from detoxed from the likes of AOC and her similar comrades, I see very clearly now that the rain is gone. And folks, I say this with all due respect. AOC is a moron. And she's not like just a typical moron that can't find their way out of a paper bag. No, she can say things in a way that grates on your nerves. But it means nothing. And it's all emotional and it's got all this stuff in it. But at the end of the day, it's like Kamala, just with more passion. It's sort of more, I don't know, like righteous indignation. And like more confidence somehow. Like, I know what I'm saying. And like you listen, you play it back. It's like, you know what you're saying? Do you? Because you didn't say anything, lady. Case in point, guys. Here goes the clip of AOC being AOC.
And we haven't even gotten to Tulsi Gabbard potentially having access to national security information. And Russia loves it, loves her.
And I actually think almost more than Matt Gaetz, Tulsi Gabbard's appointment is devastating. And Tulsi Gabbard's nomination, as much as she says that she's an anti-war person, she's not.
Yeah.
She supports very pro-war individuals.
Including
You mean like Kamala Harris? You mean like Kamala Harris, right? You said pro-war, she supports pro-war people, right? Or it could be Kamala Harris herself, who you also supported. Folks, I want you to bear witness. Listen to what she says, devastated. You know what I'm saying? She said it like she was going to say something more that was actually going to explain what was so devastating. But she doesn't. She just uses an over-the-top, descriptor of Tulsi Gabbard, but backs it up with absolutely nothing. She just says it. It's a smear. It's a disgusting smear with no teeth. One more time, guys. Listen to her.
Gaetz
loves her.
And I actually think almost more than Matt Gaetz, Tulsi Gabbard's appointment is devastating.
She took a beat as if what she's about to say is going to be, something very strong that you don't want to miss. Tulsi Gabbard is devastating. Okay, she's devastating. It's devastating that okay, why?
And Tulsi Gabbard's nomination, as much as she says that she's an anti-war person, she's not.
Yeah.
Okay, why?
Yeah.
She supports very pro-war individuals.
Including
abroad.
in Syria.
And let's be very clear, a Tulsi Gabbard nomination is a pro-war nomination globally. Point blank, period.
As is Donald Trump as president of the...
What we have here, thank you very much, AOC, for proving my point. You suck. That was horrible. It told us nothing, and it is an indictment on your own credibility. And there are people that are saying that Tulsi Gabbard will be appointed, and we'll see what happens, but that's not the point. The point is, people are saying that AOC may run for president, and I think that would be great. Yeah, because I'd love to see the Democratic Party go away. And I think if you run AOC, it's like you're begging for your party to die. You're doing everything except put cyanide in the Coke. Yeah. AOC is a bunch of talking points. Yeah. AOC is talking points and nothing else. Talking points, Latina. That's it. That's all you get. There's nothing else there, man. There are people saying, Tim Black, she went down to Jamal Bowman's campaign and really stunk it up. You haven't heard her help anyone except herself. When she shows up, she makes things worse because everyone sees through her at this point. There's nothing redeemable about her. In my opinion, man, there was a bright light when she first started, but that was because of the media focus that people were holding her up, and she was using talking points from Bernie. She was just saying whatever everybody was repeating what Bernie said, and there was a wave at the time. If you could jump on the Bernie train, you look good. But at the end of the day, when it's time to stand on your own, none of them can stand on their own, especially that AOC. Hell, Bernie couldn't stand on Bernie's own. Now when it really had to go up against those people by itself, which is sad because there's no reason why Bernie couldn't have been as effective as Trump. Bernie should have been to the Democrats what Trump was to the Republicans. But Bernie played ball. Get it? That's why there's been no indictments to Bernie. That's why they're not in Bernie's. He's not on the hot seat because he backed off. He played ball. They did come at him for a minute. If people remember, they came at him and had an investigation into his wife, something about some properties or some school loans or something. I forget exactly what it was. But if you recall, there was a moment in time they were coming for Bernie's ass. And Bernie was like, oh no, hold on. Well, right around that time, that's when AOC was really taking off. I believe anybody that becomes a threat to the Democratic Party, things will happen negatively to them. I'm not saying that AOC hasn't faced her set of challenges. I just felt that there was a window she had where she could lead something. But that takes a certain kind of person, man. You got to already have made up in your mind that you don't want anything else. Yeah, see, when you're young, you want stuff. And I guess when you're old, you want stuff too. It's like an in-between spot where you're not young and you're not old. You want stuff, but you don't want stuff, and you don't need stuff. You know, like it's kind of, yeah, so somewhere between being 30, I guess that's what AOC is, and being 80. The midpoint is 50. I think when you're 50, you got a shot. Anyway, the point is this, guys. AOC proves in this that she doesn't know anything to say negative about Tulsi Gabbard, except I was told to say negative things about Tulsi Gabbard. So she went out there and she said negative things. She had no substance under it. Nothing to undergird it. Nothing to support it. Nothing to parallel park her smear. So she ran over the curb and bit the rim. And that's a sad thing. That's a sad thing to consider the fact that people talk about her career, the AOC trajectory. It's going downward. That's what's going. She's becoming obscure. I mean, Jasmine Crockett came in and started making more noise. She talked louder. She was willing to shield harder. A time to shield. She put out a new record called You Best to Chill. You Best to Shield. Yeah. The Shield Chronicles. Shield Kill. All right, that's it. Let me know what you think of the conversation about AOC. It's pathetic. In fact, all the conversation, guys, surrounding Trump's appointments, all of them are kind of pathetic. You know what I'm saying? Hey, really think about it. I said this last segment, and I guess we're going to, since I'm covering some of that tonight. Look, guys, I can't remember half the people that were in the Biden administration. But know this, a lot of them stunk up the room. You just didn't know who they were because they haven't been demonized by the media, because no one demonizes Democrats like that. Because why? Because for the most part, 90% of the time, when the corporate media covers Congress people from the Democratic side, it's positive. That's just the way it's been. Maybe things may change a little bit. I'm getting signs that maybe things may be altered a little bit this time for Trump, but I don't know, man. The jury's still out. No one answered my question when I said, what was so impressive about Pete Buttigieg? No one said anything. I didn't get a single email of anybody going, but Tim, he was an excellent transportation secretary. He had no experience. He didn't know shit. He's another word salad guy with stolen valor. Nothing. But the Democrats loved him anyway. Why can't Trump have his people that are horrible? I'm not even saying these people are horrible, but what I'm saying is, you know, who cares? Yeah. I don't know his people. I don't. But the problem is this. When I hear about Gates, when I hear about these people, what's the FBI guy? We're going to get to him too. Cash. You know, here's the thing, Patel. Here's the thing, guys. What you do hear about these people, you got to take with a grain of salt if you heard it from corporate media. Because corporate media will pay people any old way. The way that they're going to paint Trump's people is going to be so negative, you cannot go on what CNN or MSNBC told you about them. That's just not fair. You're going to have to at least look at it from a different vantage point. So, since I haven't researched all his people, I will say this. Maybe it's time to shake things up. I don't know. I don't care. Yeah. Maybe it's time to get away from some of the same old people that bounce around every administration. They keep getting picked up for jobs. The cronyism. You know, the people that just passed around. They go from Obama to Clinton to there's people that just keep on moving about. They just stay, there are fixtures in D.C. Then you say, why are things getting better? The same people work there. Administrations change. Presidents changed. The fixtures don't change. So if you want things changing in the country, what you got to do? Real talk. If you want something different, you got to do something different. You can't keep getting the same people. If they're all entrenched and they got favors they owe, and people owe them favors, and they're already consolidated against you, and it's just a big mess. But when they cover this stuff about Trump, when they cover this about the new administration, they're not looking at it from that vantage point. They're looking at it like the world was amazing and America runs so smooth and everything's efficient. Yeah, they're lying. They're lying to everybody, making it seem like we're at this peak level of performance. And everybody's skipping through the meadow. And everything's beautiful. And then here comes Trump. The gargoyle. Here to destroy everything. Here comes Thanos. You know? Now, newsflash, guys. It ain't perfect. Newsflash, guys. It ain't even good. It's bad. Newsflash, guys. A lot of waste. Lots of waste. Lots of in-house BS. Lots of red tape, bureaucracy, corruption. All that's going on, okay? All of it. I'm not against changing it. I'm not against something shaking up. So what if they go there? So what Gates becomes Attorney General? What do I care? I don't know what's so great about Eric Holder. I'm still trying to figure out. I never got my Eric Holder check. People say Jeff Sessions was horrible because of the appointees. I get that. That I do understand, but that's what happens when you put in conservatives. When your Democrats run horrible candidates like Hillary Clinton, that's what you end up with. And instead of running better candidates, they try to scare you into going with horrible candidates to avoid horrible people on the right or Republicans. I say if you want a better government, you got to make one. Whether Trump succeeds or not, at least he's trying something, because I don't know how you get better out of the same. I just don't know how you do it. All right, guys. So RFK Jr. RFK Jr. They're talking about this guy. Man, look, I'm not, look, the vaccine stuff, yeah, okay, fine. A lot of people, yeah, it's sad. Like, I still don't know what to believe about why so many people lost their lives. Still not sure. But I don't have to know that. What I do know is it's Trump's pick. He has to get confirmed. I don't know if he'll get confirmed. But what I do know that I do agree with him on, I definitely agree with him that we get a lot of shots and that medicine is a racket. These things I believe. I believe our children get a lot of, shots, a lot of medications, a lot of boosters, or what have you. I know that because we have custody of our grandchildren now. It's like, Jesus Christ, it's a lot of shots. What's all this? What's all this? And I know that autism is through the roof. Why is autism through the roof all of a sudden? The last 20 years, autism numbers 10x'd. What changed? Tell me something. Don't just tell me it was nothing. Don't say, well, tell me it's got to get used to. No, I need to know why. Why is it that all these children are developing autism? What's up? So it's either the food or the immunizations. Immunizations, that's it. Which one is it? What's going on? Is it in the water? What's happening? Is it the toothpaste? What is it? Look, people are looking for explanations. No one wants to be kooky. They don't know what the answer is. So they're skeptical about everything because the government lies. Yeah, see, the government lies so much, people are forced to try to come up with their own conclusions. They can't trust the government to tell them. You'd be a fool to trust our government. We lie. Our government lies to our people. It experiments on our people, forced sterilizations and direct intentional infestations, medical experimentation on unwitting people. Our government has done these things. And you're going to say, oh, why don't you listen to the government? Huh? What? Boo-boo the fool, I am not. So look, when they're demonizing, that's another thing. When they're demonizing people behind this, I got a problem with it. If you disagree with RFK on his theories, fine. Fine. But don't say it's not founded, it's not grounded in something that average people want to know. I grew up, my mom was always looking at herbs and natural remedies. My mom's still on that. I was raised around people, and particularly a black woman in my life, who were concerned with natural remedies. Not going to the doctor getting pills from the doctors. Because we were raised not to trust doctors. We were raised not to trust government. That's how we were raised, because my parents grew up in the 60s. Okay? So they lived through that. They lived through knowing these things. So people that haven't lived through this stuff, who just read it in magazines or read it in books or watch a YouTube video, they might not understand that there are people that actually went through this stuff. My mom is about RFK Jr.'s age. Not quite. About 5 years older. But the point is this. The point is this. A lot has happened. Here goes a video of them trashing RFK Jr. and Scott Jennings of CNN making a good point.
Being intellectually honest, there's really no good reason why Bobby Kennedy, RFK Jr., should be HHS secretary. An advisor, a confidant, somebody who talks to the president and advises, but there's no managerial experience in his resume. There's nothing that says he is qualified to do.
Hey, check this out, guys. Who the hell are you? Yeah, I didn't know, I didn't see your primary. When did you run for office? Chuckles. Yeah, when did Jeff Duncan run for office? Because he just said something like he gets to choose people. Yeah, you didn't win an election. You didn't win a popular vote. You, sir, did not get a mandate. So your opinion about who should be chosen and who should be a consultant and who should head an organization, it ain't up to you. You don't get a vote, goofy. So, like, I'm trying to figure out, I know you're a commentator. So am I. That's all you are. It's a commentator. You're just talking. You're giving your idea, your commentary. Here's my commentary. Shut up. You're biased. You're biased. All presidents pick people. I don't even know who Biden chose. You're only talking smack because you don't like RFK Jr. And because you know who RFK Jr. is. Biden's person probably wasn't qualified. We don't know his ass. But you were quiet because he was a Democrat. And you didn't know him. And people told you, and if you had talked, they would have told you, shut up. This is a prime example of what I'm talking about, guys. Here it is. Here it is. It's just bias. It's hypocrisy. No consistency. And it seems a bit arrogant. Oh, there's no reason why he should be, he should be a consultant. He should be this. Really? I didn't know you get to choose. Who died and gave you a primary? Who died and made you a nominee? Who died and made you president-elect? Oh, that's right, they didn't.
Who talks to the president and advises, but there's no managerial experience in his resume. There's nothing that says he is qualified to do this job that is in charge of the health of all of us, all these different lanes. If he has views and has insights around food sources, around vaccines, then those should be given in advisory roles.
Why?
Because
what were the qualifications of the previous ones?
Well, I think it's important to always remember that you put yourself. Say that again?
What were the management qualifications? I mean, Xavier Becerra.
I'm not talking about the previous. I'm looking forward.
Yeah, you were quiet last time, Chuckles. Get him, Scott. He was quiet. Now, I don't know. I wasn't even following. No one gives a... Are there 10 people watching this right now? Do I have 10 people watching this? Because that's about as many people that watch the confirmation hearings for Biden's administration. You know what I'm saying? No one cared. The Biden administration was a snooze fest. He put a black woman over here, a black guy over here. Give me some Hispanics. You got the LGBTQ people. Say them in. If you don't join my administration, you ain't LGBTQ. Who cares? Who cares? It's the same bureaucracy. It's the same old ball of wax. That's the whole point, guys. That's the whole point. If Biden would have went and got people that were controversial, people that already had a name, people that the other side didn't like, you'd have heard noise. He went and got the same old round pegs are going around hole. Trump is doing something different. I want to see how it goes. You can always fire him. And unlike Biden, Trump will fire people.
But you're calling into question whether he could actually do this job, and I think it's
absolutely. I think America is now, and I think
it's important to discuss it because Xavier Becerra was just a lawyer and a politician with no management experience.
So does two wrongs make a right?
Sylvia Burwell was a Walmart lobbyist. Donna Shalala was a university person. Look,
RFK Jr. is a nut.
Okay, so that's different than what you just said. You just said he doesn't possess the requisite managerial experience. But
I like the way he said nut, though. That was hard. That went hard, didn't it? RFK Jr. is a nut. He's a nut. Okay. I don't know that. I don't know. You probably wouldn't tell him that to his face with all that extra neck meat you got going on. He'll hit you in the throat and shatter your spine. But okay, let's say you're right. Let's say he is the nut. Guess what'll happen? He won't get confirmed. And if he does get confirmed, if he does nutty things that embarrasses Trump, his ass will get fired. Because Trump fires people. That's the beauty of Trump. I'm not saying, hey, look, I'm not saying I agree with his appointments. I like the fact that RFK cares about health. Haven't heard anybody else be passionate about our food in a long time. I know Michelle Obama was talking like, we need to keep these obese kids need to run their fat asses around the block and do some sit-ups. That's not the same thing. She was not willing to challenge what was in the fucking food. Okay? So let's be clear here, guys. I'm not an RFK guy, but you know I respect him talking about shit that matters. He's talking about immunizations. I got kids. I love my babies. Hey, Naomi. How you doing, baby? Hey, Nadia. Hey, Nadia. Nadia. Hey, Lala. Naylani. Those are my babies, and I care very much for them. And I want them to be safe, and I want what's best for them, and I will fight for that to happen. And why are you calling my goddamn phone? This is very important to me. You understand what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, folks, RFK Jr. is fighting for things that matter. He's talking about food and immunization records. When did you hear Joe Biden's people talk about that? They didn't. So, whether you agree with RFK or not, he's on the right road because these things matter. These things touch lives. This guy's a hack. This guy, Jeff Duncan, F him. He's not fighting for us. He's not fighting to make sure that we have better people in office and government. He's just there to shit on who Trump picked. Because that's his job. He's got a screw in his back to turn the knob in his back and then send him out there and go get him. Get Trump, get Trump, get Trump, get Trump. Bad Trump, bad Trump. Orange man bad, evil Hitler. Meanwhile, RFK Jr. cares about the things I care about. He cares about our kids, he cares about our food. And you know what? I'm glad to see somebody passionate about that. Now, he do some shit crazy like, outlaw chicken wings. ban hot sauce, we're going to have problems. But unless he bans Texas Pete or oxtails, unless he bans something I like, he's all right with me. And you're going to give him a shot. You're going to shut up and you're going to get a guy shot. Because you ain't got a choice. Goofy, that's how it works. You were quiet when Biden brought in the C team. Biden had the Bad News Bears out there playing. You didn't say shit. So shh. Be consistent.
That's different than what you just said. You just said he doesn't possess the requisite managerial experience, but then we get to the real issue. The fact, okay, so that's different than what you just said. You just said a person. Look,
RFK Jr. is a nut.
The fact, okay, so that's different than what you just said. You just said he doesn't possess the requisite managerial experience, but then we get to the real issue here, which is you want to insult the man, which is your right to do because you opposed him in the election. But you, Doctor, are raising the issues that he has been raising, and I think they're appropriate questions to raise. I don't know whether he can be confirmed or not. The vaccine stuff at the table is obviously going to be the flashpoint of this hearing. But I'll tell you one thing. This whole issue of the CDC and these public health agencies, look, public trust in the health regime in this country is as low as it's ever been.
But why?
It's because of COVID.
Right.
Because of school closures. Because of mask mandates. Because this country was... But let me just finish. Because this country was drugged through a bunch of condescending and heavy-handed mandates that all turned out to be garbage, and that's why it's low, and the questions are valid.
And RFK is the answer to all of that.
Yeah, but RFK helped promote the assault on the CDC that lowered the disinformation that led to more than a million deaths, Scott. More than 1 million deaths in the United States, higher than any other industrialized nation per capita. That's the result of failed policies, the demonization of the conspiracy theories.
Whose policies?
All right,
under the Trump administration.
John, let me let...
Yeah. That guy did a lot of smiling. John Alvin did a lot of smiling, didn't have much to say except, oh, come on. Oh, come on. There's nothing wrong with the CDC. Nothing wrong with the CDC. The CDC is great. See my point here, guys? That makes sense. See what I'm trying to say? Look, I'm not saying that, I haven't done any fact checking on all these people to find out, well, are they prerequisites? Are they in order? We'll put them in triplicate and do a reverse lookup and social engineer. We got to reverse engineer everything and verify and, quadruple check and run the analytics on the pervasive, super stand it up and, see if the trajectory of the, I don't know. I don't know if they got A's or D's. Okay, I don't know if some of them must roll the slow bus, water protective hair gear in class. I don't know. But I know this, guys. If they suck, Trump will kick them out. And unlike Biden, Trump ain't into a bunch of butt kissing. Now, he'll sell something. Yeah, I think he put Betsy Laval in because of money. I think that's what that was. He put her in because of money. She had money. She's like, here goes $100 million. He's like, come on in, Beck. Come on, Betsy. Sure. Right here. Right here, Betsy. I don't even know if Betsy could write or read, but she had money. All right, guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this one. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. The same thing is happening here, guys. Oh, I'm sorry. Can we get the like buttons, guys? How we doing, Bunker? Is anybody hitting like? Is anybody? I know it's Friday. People actually go places and do things on Friday. I'm surprised. They get out the house. Revelator says, we're in here, bro. Wolfpack. JD Informant. I thought this was Mike vs. Tim Black main event. I know, man. I'm up against Tyson. I'm trying to end this joint early. I see Tyson knock out Paul. AOC's political equivalent of an industry plant. Sam Khaleesi, what's up, sis? Trust no party. Keep talking that talk. Thank you. Typo, keep talking that talk. Same thing. My brother. Black Mamba gave me a super sticker, man. Thank y'all for being in here, man. It's good to know my people are watching because I can't do the show and read the comments at the same time. I just got to come back and remember to check them. Hit the like button, guys. Facebook, Twitter. Come on over. Come on over, hit the like button. Come on. And if you're a real good supporter of the Tim Black Show, if you believe in us, buy a mug or buy a hat. Here goes the hats. I got mugs, I got t-shirts, I got all of that. I got all the Tim Black gear available for you, okay? I want to go to this segment. This is important to me. Because this happened. It's crazy. Okay, so Shamichael Singleton is a CNN commentator. He's on CNN. And he's one of my favorite people. Right there with Sky. It's like, Shamichael, when he talks, I listen because I learned something from the guy. Okay? These are two guys that have changed my opinion about Republican commentators. Because they stand on facts. They don't ride. They don't just be like, identity politics or evil and demonizing. They're about points. They make their points. So check this out. In this segment, they were talking about the FBI. And Trump wants to put in Kash Patel to lead the FBI. And they want to get rid of Wray, right? Christopher Wray or Rye, whatever his name is. Wait, so I remember this guy, Christopher Wray. They want to fire that director, right? In fact, they want to kind of do it quicker before his 10-year term ends and replace him with a loyalist. Okay, so people are saying they don't want Patel in, Kash Patel in. Okay, I don't know anything about Kash Patel. I do know he's a problem for them. I do know he's a supporter of Trump. He's a loyalist. Why would Trump want loyalists? Oh, that's right, because last time he was doing this job, he had a big knife in his back every time he turned around. And those same people then run to the media and get big deals and making their life's job, their life's ambition, to trash him. So yeah, have you noticed? They either get a job on The View or they do all the circuits like Scaramucci or Elisa, whatever her name is, she's running around. You get an Omarosa. Gave Omarosa a job. She spent half the time dragging him on liberal media. And it's over and over and over and over. So I think Trump just got tired of it. Trump's like, look, if you ain't with me, you ain't nowhere. But this is bigger than that. Because like I said, I haven't researched Patel. I just know they don't like the guy. I just know that he's like, hey, we could get rid of a lot of y'all. So that's got people upset because these are career people. Career people with cushy jobs. Like, we need to reallocate space. You need to get your ass in the field and be a cop. You're not doing nothing here. Sitting behind a desk, pushing the pencil, collecting a big check, waiting on your big retirement. People are like, oh my God, Trump's a problem. He's bringing this problem up in here. Which brings me to this clip. Shamichael Singleton was talking about the FBI, and I'm so glad he did this on CNN. Here it goes, guys. Check it out. All I gotta do is find it. All I had to do is find it. Yeah, but I guess it would help if I had it. Here we go.
Let's go over the history of the FBI, shall we? The FBI investigated Dr. King, frivolous nonsense. The FBI even investigated the late singer Aretha Franklin. The FBI targeted and investigated members of BLM. The FBI, in my opinion, does not have a great record in history of necessarily serving all of the American people. So as far as I'm concerned, if you want to send someone in to sort of shake that place up, be a disruptor, I am actually not necessarily against that.
How could you not be? Well, I'm going to say this. Yeah, how could you be against that? I'm wondering why Van Jones' head isn't doing like this the whole time. Yeah, that makes sense. Van Jones used to be an activist, bro. Man, you are a long ways away from activism, bro. It's sad, actually. Nothing in... No lies detected. No lies detected at all. How could you not feel this way? Look, if someone's going to go in and shake up the FBI, please do. Go right ahead. We've been looking for somebody to do that. I'm disappointed in Van Jones on this. Very much. This is team ball for him. Keep going, Mr. Singleton.
A disruptor, I am actually not necessarily against that. I agree with Van in terms of wanting someone to lead the agency well, but the FBI does not have the greatest record in the world of representing and protecting all Americans, maybe some Americans. You know what, Van is right. We do care about law and order, and it should be led by responsible people, but the quote-unquote responsible people haven't necessarily addressed some of the issues that I raised. I mean, investigating and illegally targeting and spying on activists.
Talking about that, Shermichael. No, that's not the conversation we're even having.
But the point that I'm making...
It's like we're talking about something else and you're literally going in a different direction.
No, it's very relevant. The relevancy here is if you're going to say that the FBI is led or should be led by these great responsible people, my critique is these very great and responsible people have had a whole lot of faults that a whole lot of people would say, I don't think they're great. I don't think they're very responsible. That's the critique that I'm providing here.
Yeah, and if we want a clean house, look, guys, give it up for Singleton for having the guts and having the wherewithal to say, you know what, I'm going to make this an issue. Let me push the envelope on this because we need to bring these things to the forefront. I've been feeling this way for a while about the Democrats. And it bothers me, Singleton, that we had so many, and I'm going to say it, Black Americans who are going along with the Russia stuff. You listen to the FBI now because some Democrats told you they cool now? Is that what we're doing? I've never agreed with that. I always thought that was crazy. I always thought it was a betrayal to the history of this country as we know it. Now, if you want to say I'm wrong, if you're going to say, Tim, you're being irrational, fine. But first, hear me out. I did a little digging. Now, you heard Shermichael mention Martin Luther King Jr. Everyone knows about Martin Luther King Jr., right? Did you know that they discredited him by spreading rumors about those affairs? But besides that, what about Malcolm X? Heavy surveillance on Malcolm X through his activism, infiltrated his organizations, showed extensive monitoring of his activities, his speeches, attempted to disrupt his work and relationships with other activists, and we feel they had something to do with his death, his murder, his assassination. Paul Robeson, how many people remember Paul Robeson? Dr. West was recently talking about Paul Robeson, one of the most intense actors. He was an actor, a singer. He was a man of so many talents. He was also an activist at a very dangerous time for us to be activists. They hounded this guy to no end. Some say the U.S. government destroyed this man, caused his untimely death. They blacklisted him from performing. They revoked his passport from 50 to 58, constant surveillance and harassment, destroyed his career through FBI interference. Nobody would hire him because the FBI was all up in his behind with a microscope and intimidating everyone in Hollywood not to hire the guy. This is the FBI. This is his institution that Van Jones and many others are saying, oh, we got to be careful who we appoint here. We don't want to mess up this great institution. And that's my point. What's great about it? What has historically been great about this institution? For us. For us. I can't name a thing. Or to take a term or phrase out of Kamala Harris's recent iteration, not a thing comes to mind. Marcus Garvey. They targeted him for deportation. They infiltrated his organization, used informants to gather information, and imprisoned and deported him. Okay, we know the entertainment arts, they monitored. Did you know they monitored James Baldwin? Surveilled him extensively. The surveillance on Nina Simone, Billie Holiday. All because she did that song Strange Fruit. They harassed and surveilled her. Muhammad Ali, same thing. That's just a cursory list. We can go in depth and really get into it. So this segment is important because people need to wake themselves up. Why are we, like, you ain't got to be a fan of Trump to want to see this organization overhauled. It needs to be overhauled. These institutions have too much power. Particularly an organization that has a track record like the FBI, there should be no pushback. I'm very disappointed in Van Jones. I'm disappointed in the Democrats overall, and particularly Black Democrats who should know their history. I think they do. They put that on the back burner to support this party and to go along with talking points. At the end of the day, these institutions, they need overhauls. If not, total destruction. You can pick and choose. You want them overhauled or gone? I'm tempted to say just get rid of them. Yeah, it's like that. Because how many people, we didn't even talk about Fred Hampton. There's so many others we could talk about. All right, thank you. And once again, I appreciate Shamichael Singleton for taking time out for bringing this issue, for forcing the issue. She tried to back him off of the issue on CNN, and he stayed there. And there's a reason for that. Because it needs to be said. You don't have to like Trump, but you don't have to like the FBI either. All right. Next segment, guys. I think that's all that. Oh, and here it goes. So here it goes. We're almost done with this appointment stuff. Van Jones went on this long tirade about the appointments. And this is what I'm talking about, guys. I'm trying to understand what the credibility.
I don't know what you want me to say. I don't know what you want me to say. I am just at a loss because we're watching something happen in slow motion that is terrifying. You know, the reason we have a great country is
terrifying. Man, he goes on and just, it's all grandstanding. It's like mockery, grandstanding for the Democratic Party, man. At the end of the day, folks, we have organizations within our government that are corrupt, that run themselves, that don't have oversight, the correct type of oversight, that have been operating at their own direction. In fact, some say, that's what they call the deep state. They say, people say, oh, it's conspiracy theory. Any organization that's been around for 100 years, I don't know when it started, when the CIA was begun, when the FBI was begun. I know it was organized crime, that's why FBI was formed originally. Let's just say for multiple decades, these organizations have operated. Other presidents have talked about, I think it was Kennedy, we need to unravel these organizations. We need to get them, we need to bring these organizations to heel. That's dangerous type talk. Why wasn't Biden talking about overhauling these? You don't think an organization that has as much power as CIA or as the FBI or NSA, you don't think they need to be reeled in? You really gonna listen to Van Jones blow smoke up your ass about how we need to be more concerned about what one person can do at the head of it? No, that's crazy talk. That's like saying we got a gang, we got a Venezuelan gang in one person. The head person, if you take that head person out, guess what you still got? You still got that organization. That's the problem. We need people from the outside who are not beholden to the people within that organization to define that organization, redefine that organization, refocus that organization, trim the fat of that organization, and cut out the corruption. That, to me, is a good faith attempt to right the ship. We got people in Washington who want Washington to run the same old way Washington's been running. I'm not telling you to be excited. I'm not telling you have to be supportive. I'm telling you, I personally feel it's necessary. Van Jones has been proven himself to be not who he pretends to be.
We know for sure that Bobby Kennedy is a vaccine denier.
All right, man. Do we or do we not have vaccines on the market that have not been tested to the fullest degree where we can feel comfortable that they meet all criteria? Based on what my understanding of some of the testings that have been done, they're basically people co-signing. They're basically, when I found out that there were vaccines that were being approved by the people that made the same vaccine, I said, huh? See, people just think, not logically, we're the America, the United States, and when things get done, they get done properly. I'm sorry, that's not how it works. The same people that sold us the guns tested them. Think about that. Would you buy a car from the same people? If you want to buy a car and say, well, I got to get it inspected first, but don't worry, I'll inspect it for you. Huh? Yeah, say you're hunting for a new car or a used car, even better, a used car. And you're buying it from a used car lot. And you're like, well, you know what? I like the car. It looks good right here. But you know what? I'm going to have my mechanic take a look at it just to make sure. They say, no, don't worry about it. We got a mechanic here. Got a mechanic right here. He works for us. He'll look at it. Why would you not want that to happen? Why would you have a problem with that? Why would you insist on having an outside person look at it? Because logically, you're not stupid. You know, since they work for each other, they have the relationship, that there's a possibility that they'll let a couple things go, right? Because one hand washes the other, they work together. One works for the other. That's the way a lot of our vaccines have been approved. Get it? When you find that out, is it nutty to say, hey, hold on. It's weird even saying it out loud, because you would think if we were trying to be above board, we'd already be doing that. Right? Well, we're not doing that. We're doing, it's like we're not even trying, Johnson. You understand what I'm saying? So it's for people to act as if there's nothing to scrutinize, I got a problem with them. They're not being honest. You may disagree with me, but I'm being honest. And I'm not getting paid to do otherwise. Last but not least, Shannon Sharpe had a podcast. He had on one of my favorite comedians, Mrs. Pat. Mrs. Pat is just authentically funny. She's like the best of the women I grew up with, the type of humor that we were used to, the wit, the quickness, the style, the vernacular, like just a down-home regular person, just funny as hell. There's a lot of people like that. She's one of them. She reminds me like, she's like a Mike Epps, like somebody just funny. You know, just, you've been funny. To me, Miss Pat probably been funny her whole life. She's just funny. And now, after being a comedian for 20 years, I don't want to put no age on the sister, but she just honed that into more skill. She was already funny to begin with. Anyway, she sat down with Shannon Sharpe. They had a conversation, and an important topic came up. And let's just play it. It hurts me a little because it's disappointing.
Market went crazy this morning. We'll see how long it runs. I heard you, Joe Rogan. Mm-hmm. Joe is a comedian, does a great job with the UFC, and the digital space, he's the king.
He is.
You're good friends with him. So what's Joe like? Because you know him behind the camera, not in front of the camera.
Joe, a nice person. Joe, you know, I hear a lot of things about Joe. People say he's racist, and I said, no, that's not the Joe I know. He's nice. If I ever need something, he, you know, I can pick up the phone and call him. Hey, Joe, I can be honest with you. I can ask Joe to tweet out a show or help me with a show.
I want to stop right here. I want to say something. I admire the way she tabled that. She didn't say Joe's not racist. Oh, hold on, Joe's not racist. She said, that's not the Joe I know. Smart. See, she's not invalidating your opinion. She's saying that's not who I know. Let me tell you about the Joe I know. That's all I can do is tell you my relationship with Joe. There may be people that have had problems with Joe for whatever reason, and because Joe's a white guy, they deduce it to racism, when he could just be being an asshole at the time. I'm just saying, sometimes, man, and I've been guilty of this. I made this mistake a couple times. If someone gets on your nerves and you feel like you disagree with somebody and they come at you, you come at them, and then they do something, you may contribute that or attribute that to something racial when they could just be an asshole. They could just be, you know, on the wrong side of the bed. They could just be whatever. It doesn't mean they're racist. It could. It doesn't mean they're not, but it doesn't mean there is. Okay? But once again, back to Mrs. Pat. I admire how she put that. This is a clinic on how to deal with these questions because we don't want to cape for other people. We're not in their heads. We don't know who they are, how they treated everyone. All we can say is, this has been my relationship with them. This is how I feel from that vantage point. This is my experience. There's a difference between this and somebody going, like Tim Scott would do. Trump's a good guy. He's amazing. Oh, come on. Trump's amazing. It's not a racist bone in his body. Trump's everything. Come on. Oh, come on. Trump's great. You gotta love Trump. Come on, guys. Love Trump. He doesn't see colors. He only sees people in your heart. See, that's the type of sellout stuff we hate. Mrs. Pat is the right way to do it. Be like Mrs. Pat. All right, Mrs. Pat, please keep going.
Before I can ask a black comedian. And that's bad to say. When the pandemic, he needs something, he, you know, I can pick up the phone and call him. Hey, Joe, I can be honest with you. I can ask Joe to tweet out a show or help me with a show before I can ask a black comedian. And that's bad to say. When the pandemic hit, two people called me and asked me, was I going to make it through the pandemic? And one of them was Joe Rogan. Wow. And I said, huh? I said, no, I'm going to be okay. He said, you good? You good? And the other one was Bert Kreischer. I said, no, I'm going to be okay. I'm good. Not one black comedian called me and asked me, are you going to be okay? You going to make it through the pandemic? I don't even think we checked on each other like that.
Okay, I got two things here, man. I got to say this. And this is something, because when I was listening the first time, I was all in with Mrs. Pat on this. And I still am, but I got a caveat. She said, Joe Rogan, if I need him to share something, he just does it. He hooks me up. If I say, Joe, help me out, he helps you out. You said black folks don't do that. I said, damn, that's messed up. That's bad. Then I started thinking about it. Joe Rogan is the king of digital. He ain't worried about you. Would Joe Rogan share Shannon Sharpe shit? Now, hold on a second. Hear me out, guys. See, this is one of the things I see brothers do. Brothers and sisters do this too much. Black folks do this too much, guys. We equate everything to color. We forget class. We forget levels. White people are competitive too. Don't get it twisted. But if you're no threat, you're no threat. Okay? You really think Joe Rogan, I don't know who number 2 is. Can number 2 ask Joe Rogan to tweet out his shit or hers? Probably not. Mrs. Pat, he knows you. You're a friend of his. Joe Rogan don't go tweeting out my stuff. He don't know me. He's got to have a relationship with you. You're taking a couple things for granted. You have a close relationship with the guy. I Wikipedia'd you. I read it. You know the guy for years. Of course he's going to share your stuff. He knows you. But he don't share people he don't know. Joe Rogan has been following me on Twitter for 5 years. He's never one time shared anything of mine. He has relationships with people that I used to know well. He's never shared anything of mine, not one time. But I don't have a relationship with him, never met him. He don't owe me nothing. That doesn't mean he's racist. That just means I don't have a relationship with him. That's one thing. The other thing is, we need to stop. I wish we'd stop thinking that black people don't look out for black people. And that white people look out for black people. And that white people always look out for white people, because they don't. It's levels, man. Joe helps his friends. You're a friend, Pat. Theo Vaughn is a friend. Andrew Scholes is a friend. Tim Dillon is a friend. If they do something that makes them not friends, Joey Diaz is a friend. If they do something that makes them no longer friends, guess what? He'll stop selling their stuff. He'll stop sharing for them. It's the relationship. Relationship matters. Now, you do have a point, and we're going to get to it. I'm not saying I disagree that sometimes people are insecure. You're going to get into insecurities. You're going to get into some other tactical things, other things that rear their heads that I can't defend. And I'm going to be honest about those things. But I just want to clear this up a little, because often when we had this type of conversation, because you ain't the only one, people like group it, just go, white, black. They don't say white at the top, black at the bottom, or black in the middle, or black near the middle top, white at the bottom, or white in the middle. You're not looking at the levels. Levels matter. NBC don't share CBS. Fox News don't share Newsmax. Right? Right, because they're in competition. And those are companies. That's not even people. That's not even colors. Well, let's face it, they all white. But I'm just saying this. I'm saying. You get what I'm saying?
No, we didn't. I mean, Joe.
Because a lot of times, Miss Pat, when we call one another, we automatically assume, oh, you trying to find out something. You fishing.
Yeah, sometimes.
You fishing. You ain't called to sincerely check on me. You just try to, yeah, I know Miss Pat ain't doing good. I don't know.
Yeah, but that ain't how I took it from them. I mean,
No, I'm not. No. I'm saying when we do that.
Yes. You gonna make it through this? I went downstairs in my basement and started painting my house in Indiana. The whole time the pandemic went on, I remodeled the house.
Right.
I mean, but and my daughter get on me all the time because she just see things one way. I see things down the middle. Like when people be talking that crap about Joe Rogan, that ain't the Joe Rogan I know.
Right.
He's a friend. He cares. If I call him, he'll pick up the phone. If he can help me, he will help me.
If I called him, he'd be like, how'd you get my number? See? You said it. He's a friend. Okay.
And I mean, there were times I asked certain comedians to tweet out my show, and they wouldn't even do it.
Now that's the part. That's the part. Now this I understand. I agree with you. We be competing too hard with each other when we're in the same lanes. It be too much of that going on. It's crazy because I'm like, yo, particularly in what I do, it's like, guys, why are we competing? Why come people can't subscribe to all of us? Why can't we all have 5 million viewers? Why? all that different. We have different opinions. We're going to have different takes, different deliveries, different styles, different people, different voices, different talents. All our channels are free. Why not let people watch all 10 of us? Why would we, or 20 of, why would, so I understand. I get it, Miss Pat. I get it.
I asked Joe to do it and no problem, Pat, just send it to me.
Wow.
That's because, you know, we too busy thinking there's not enough space for all of us.
It happens all the time.
And it is. If I can help you, I'm going to help you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see everybody on top.
It happened to me because I have a cognac. This is my cognac, Shea by Laportier. Laportier is poured.
You want to give me a few bottles for my party?
Yeah.
Okay.
I will. No problem.
Y'all heard that?
Yeah, no problem. And I send it to a lot of my friends. Now, when they send me things, T-shirts or product, I post it. I said, my product, not one.
Not one.
Not one.
Hey, if you send me your stuff, Shannon, I post it. I drink it too. I'll be on his joint toe up. Shannon Sharpe, Laportier. I would support it, man. Mrs. Petty, I support your stuff too. See, y'all don't want my support. Why? I'm too small. See? Levels. But I get your point, though, Shannon. I get your point. When people act like when they act like they're friends of yours and then they don't have your back, that leaves a sting. That stings. It does. They don't support your efforts. I've been there. But why do people sometimes don't want to support efforts? They get stung by people when they do support. Come on, Shannon, you know how it is.
And I don't know why we like that. I don't.
Because sometimes we feel that if we get something, they lose something. Mm-hmm. Instead of, okay, well, he got it. Like, if somebody moves, like, I don't look at somebody, like I live in a neighborhood, nice neighborhood. If somebody black, oh, what they doing over here? I don't look at it like that. I'm like, man, oh, okay. Somebody else got some money, making enough money that can live here. Mm-hmm. I don't look at it, or what they doing here. The same thing you do. It's a nice neighborhood, a nice school district. We well off. I don't know why we're like that, Miss Pat. I really don't.
Probably all the way date back to slavery.
Probably
that one Negro that meaning, that made
you
it
in the house, you in the fields. Mm-hmm. I'm better than you.
I'm better than you. I'm light skinned. You dark skinned. Yeah. It's every time we have a black baby, until we break those curses, those things are still going to be spilled into our community.
No, it's also, guys. It's not just that. It's also scarcity, as in the struggle. You know what I'm saying? It's a struggle. It's an uphill struggle. And people feel like their back is up against the wall. If you're in survival mode, you're going to be a different person than when you're not in survival mode. When you're just trying to make it, when you're just trying to hang on. For a couple of years, I was just trying to hang on. Nobody came and rescued my ass. I had to rescue myself. I helped people in the past when I was in survival mode where they at. But they don't owe me anything. And I don't owe them anything. Now that I'm no longer in survival mode. But I used to want to help everybody. And then when you stop helping people, then you become their enemy. And then, come on, so it cuts both ways. When you help people, then when you stop, they feel like you owe them, like you got to keep going. I got stories I could tell. I'm not going to bore y'all with it. But I understand what Mrs. Pat's saying. Miss Pat, I get it. It is sad that this happens. I'm going to put it to the community, man. What do y'all think about this? I don't want to pile on and just say it's a black thing. Man, you know what? I didn't know until last year that Rock and Vin Diesel hated each other. They couldn't stand each other. Did you know that's like sometimes people talk about black folks as if we never get along. There are white people that don't get along with other white people. Certain people. There's beef. Just because it don't make the front page. Just because it's not a podcast about it. I was reading that The Rock and Vin Diesel had to film with doubles because they both refused to be in the same room with each other to do scenes. Now you can say they're both black, but I guess no. My point is this: like there are other people that have other issues that never gets talked about, and sometimes I think we harp on it too much. I think money has something to do with it. I think where you are, I think being in survival mode has something to do with it. A number of things, insecurities, and all that stuff, all of it. Yeah, but I appreciate it. This was a great conversation. I think it gets the ball rolling. So people, here goes my question. Have you experienced where you help people out? No, that's not a question. What's Miss Pat really saying? Can we do a better job helping each other? That would always be yes. But I would also add the caveat, we got to also be careful who we help. Because once you help people, once you bring people into your circle, things go bad, they can either big you up or they can dog you out. And dogging you out always gives them more incentive to dog you out than to big you up. See what I'm saying? It's always more lucrative to dog you out because people want to hear the negative. They're not going to flock. If somebody puts out a video about me, typically it's dogging me out. It's some people that I didn't even know these people. Calling me Tim Scott, running around, shitting on me. I don't even know him. Because it's more lucrative to dog you out than to big you up. So I don't know if that's a question or not. I do want to know what you guys think about what Miss Pat said. I'm not saying I disagree with her, but I just want to add a little bit of texture to it because I think it's it's not as cut and dry as it was kind of being displayed. Joe Rogan may be a good guy, and I got no reason to say he's not. But those are his friends. Shannon Sharpe works with his friends, and I'm assuming with his friends, things go well. People that are not his friends, I don't know what he does with people that aren't his friends. Then we got to ask ourselves, who are our friends? Do we have friends? Or we have social climbers? Do we have people that are just trying to get ahead and use us as a stepping stone? Or are they really our friends? And once we start defining who our friends are, now we can recalibrate and decide, should we be upset? Or did we have too high the expectation? Yeah, that's what's up. All right, guys, my name is Tim Black. Thank you for tuning in. Let's go to comment section, fam. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. I already got my comments. I did them all. Well, thank you, Buck. I hope we got where we needed to be, man. A lot of times it's simply that personalities don't mix. That's true too. That's it. That's very true. And that I've been in that experience too. Just personalities just didn't work. One person on one thing, you're on something totally different. You don't know that at the time. And people got different styles. You know? That's what it is. Valerie says people need to stop being so evil. There it is. Look, just because someone's good to you don't mean they're good for everyone. That's true too. That's true. And look, who is? They're also co-workers. There it is. That's true. They're in part their successes. They share successes. They share each other's platforms. Joe Rogan going on their platform. They are friends. Like, Joe Rogan knew that was going to be 20 grand that guy was going to make. He knew that. When they bring in Tim Dillon Tim Dillon's been on Joe Rogan's platform like 3 or 4 times. He gonna launch his career off that. He launched his career off that to at least another level. Don't get me wrong, he was already doing comedy for years. But what I'm saying is, it gave him that opportunity. I guess we just need more people with those types of opportunities, those types of platforms. But I appreciate y'all, man. People are smart, man. Tony B says, I count mine on one hand, on half a hand. What? There it is. And no way, it takes wisdom to realize that it's better. If you only got 2 friends, you only got 2 friends. It's wise to recognize that instead of trying to add 3 more when they aren't. That took me years to figure that out. You wanted to say you got more friends just to say it. I'm good, guys. All right, guys, look, have a great weekend, everybody. Be safe. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting this channel. This channel only works because of you guys. That's it. You my friend. Because without you, this show is impossible. I couldn't do this by myself. Talking to myself for 2 hours is crazy. So thank you for being here. Thank you, Buck, for being a moderator. Thank you to all the Tim Black Wolfpack supporters and the people that support this channel through thick and thin. You're amazing. I want to keep bringing you value and increase the value, okay? I want to increase the value of this show. I got nothing but love for y'all. Remember, don't let anybody take your cornbread. All right. Be safe. Have a great weekend once again. I get everybody? Oh, man. Damn. Where are my girls at? Oh, there they go.